Good morning, how are you today? I'm here to talk about how to train to be a hypnobirthing teacher. So I'm imagining that maybe you're watching this because there's part of you that's like, oh, I would love to teach hypnobirthing, but I'm just not sure how I can train. How can I become a hypnobirthing teacher? So this was me 7 years ago. I just had my second baby and she was very young and I had the bug to go and train, but I really didn't know where to start looking. And I certainly had a lot of questions about whether I'd be the right person. I wasn't a midwife, I wasn't a hypnotherapist. So the first place I looked, of course, was Google. Now, back 7 years ago, there wasn't a lot of choice in who you trained with, and I certainly didn't know that there were major differences between the providers. So I'm here to share some insights into that so that when you're looking, you are not overwhelmed, you know exactly what you are looking for, and you can ensure that you pick the right trainer for you, because ultimately you only want to make this investment once and you want to leave whatever training that you do feeling really prepared, really confident and really ready to make a difference. Okay, so firstly, ultimately, anybody can train as a hypnobirthing teacher. Okay, there will be a course out there for you. You do not need to be a midwife. You do not need to be a hypnotherapist. Most training courses offer modules to ensure that you feel confident talking about the hypno part and that you feel confident talking about the birth process to your client. Of course, you do not need training to become a midwife because you are not clinically looking after anybody and ultimately you are not giving them medical advice, okay? So most courses offer training so that your knowledge is deepened and you feel confident talking about those things and that aspect of the course. So when you start having a look around different training providers, we are so lucky these days that there is a lot of choice, okay? I train hypnobirthing teachers. There's lots of other schools. And ultimately, from my opinion, as someone who was a hypnobirthing teacher and who is now a trainer, you want to find the right training school for you, because when you do, you will get the most out of it. So I'm going to share with you a few things that you might want to consider when you are looking into what training school to go with. Okay. The first thing that I would suggest you look into is who actually delivers your training. Okay. So what person actually delivers your training? What experience have they got? Maybe chat to them, watch their videos, see if you have that connection, and ultimately see if the way that they explain things really connects and clicks for you, because ultimately when it does, you'll get so much more out of your training. Okay. The next thing that I would recommend that you consider is have a think about what support do you want or need in terms of building a business. Now for you, you might not need much support in that, or actually you might be thinking, oh my gosh, of course I want to train as the best possible hypnobirthing teacher, but I also want a bit of help in terms of how I'm actually going to get the clients in the first place. So have a look and see if there's any marketing support, marketing training to help you get your business going after you have trained. Okay. The next thing, and this is really relating to what I've just spoken about, what support is there? You know, what support do you get during your training and, more importantly probably, after? You know, do you have a place where you can ask questions? Do you have access to your mentors so that if you have a tricky client, if you have something come up on a hypnobirthing course that you're not familiar with, or it's a bit of a situation where you're a bit like, oh, I'm not sure how I can navigate this, what I can say, you have a place to ask those questions. Lots of training schools, including mine, offer lots of ongoing support. Okay, what does that look like? Okay, is it regular meetups on Zoom? Is it extra training to continuously enhance what you are offering? Ask those questions and find out, because it could be really important to you. The next thing that I would suggest is finding out about the group size that you are going to train in. Now, some training schools have intimate group sizes, so there might be around 10 of you on a Zoom call, okay? Or actually, there might be 4 times that many. What are you going to feel more comfortable with? Okay, ask those questions and find out. My next suggestion is that you find out whether there are any restrictions on how you lead your classes after you have trained. Does your training school suggest that you must teach it in a certain format, following certain syllabuses, and that you can't ever change that? Are you able to record scripts in your own voice? What materials can you give out to your clients? Find out this information, because ultimately you want to be able to feel really proud of what you offer your clients. And if you do feel really proud and you have the flexibility to meet all sorts of different clients' needs, you will talk about your courses with a massive enthusiasm, which will really help you get those clients in the first place. And you will know that you are looking after your clients in the best possible way, which will give you such a great job satisfaction. And my goodness, teaching hypnobirthing has to be like the best job in the world. I have loved my time as a hypnobirthing teacher, and it has done so many incredible things for my life, for my confidence, for my freedom to be with my family. It has been incredible. Okay, so the next thing that I would suggest you find out about is any ongoing fees, licenses, subscriptions that you have to take out after your training. Okay, so with some hypnobirthing teacher training schools, okay, you have to pay a yearly fee. You have to renew your membership every year. You might have to pay to distribute the MP3s to your clients. So each client you have, you pay a fee to give out those resources, okay. With other training schools, such as mine, the fee that you pay to train is a one-off. So ask those questions, okay? Really know what you are signing up to for the long term. So I really hope that was useful. Really make an informed decision on this. It's such an important one. Now, as I said, I'm a hypnobirthing teacher training. I teach people all around the globe to teach hypnobirthing, work with couples one-to-one, in groups, online, in person, whatever you choose to do. And I support people to build a business that works around their life, just like I have done. I've got 4 young children, and this business has really allowed me to live the life that I want to live, and that's what I'm so passionate about helping other people do. Now, if you want to have a look at my training and what it is like, and consider those things that I've just shared, have a look at my website. But ultimately, get in touch. Let's have a chat. Let's see if my training is right for you. I want you to find whatever training school is right for you, so that you have the best possible start in this really exciting step. Have a great day. See you later.